there are products that are on the market today where the risk and exposure possibilities are so significant that the process for considering and deciding on alternatives to make these products safer really need to be made in public. And this is where the Safer Consumer Products program comes into play. It establishes an innovative process where we can identify chemicals of concern in products that are often widely used here in the state of California. Indeed, it allows us to explore whether these chemicals should be used in these products at all.
We are not announcing a ban on particular products. We are starting a conversation with manufacturers, and we are inviting the public to join us in that conversation to answer that critical question, is it necessary?
The first product shown here is what we're calling children's foam padded sleeping products containing the flame retardant TDCPP, also known as chlorinated tris. It's a very similar chemical to a chemical that was banned in the 70s, brominated tris. And that product at that time was banned for children's pajamas. And yet, this chemical that has very similar properties, very similar structure, is still on the market and children are still being exposed to the chemical. They sleep on these pads. When they sleep, they inhale dust that's generated from these products, and they can still absorb the TDCPP through their skin. It's a known carcinogen, and it's also an endocrine disruptor. Spray polyurethane foam, also known as SPF, that's used in home and building insulation, used for weatherization, sealing, and is also widely used in the roofing industry. Before the product is fully cured, it exposes the user or the applicator or people who are near the recently applied material to the diisocyanates. This chemical has a significant respiratory effect. It can cause asthma, it can cause skin irritations, and they are a suspected carcinogen. The insidious part about these diisocyanates is that they become more, people can become more sensitized to them with repeated use, and this can happen after only 1 or 2 exposures to the chemical. Methylene chloride, when metabolized, converts to carbon monoxide in the body. At that point, anyone who's exposed to it can become vulnerable to carbon monoxide intoxication and even death. Methylene chloride is a solvent that's very common in these types of products, and again, if you go down to your local hardware store, you will find this product. This is the beginning of a process. We're challenging consumers to buy safer products and chemicals, to read the labels and follow the instructions, to use authoritative information to make a decision about whether or not they want to keep and use these products. We want to raise awareness among consumers that, in fact, some of the products that they buy can expose them to toxic chemicals, and so they need to make educated decisions and be aware of the possible exposures they may experience from the products that they use.